NBC New Year's Eve special presentation.
In the annals of rock, no band exemplifies brute persistence better than Spinal Tap. Over 25 years, 22 name changes, 18 albums, and 13 drummers, Tap has stood for the three essentials of rock: loudness, vulgarity, and a pinch of evil. But a legacy of classic albums like Intravenous de Milo,
Silent but Deadly, and the immortal Smell the Glove is not enough for Tap. So tonight, in an unprecedented television event, they return to
conquer their native England.
The Royal Albert Hall, the site of some of the greatest moments in British musical history. And tonight, once again, history will be made. I'm Martha Quinn, and tonight marks the culmination of the 25th anniversary tour of Spinal Tap. What started out in 1967 as four apple-cheeked young lads singing about the flower people has become a rock legend. Hi, I'm Martha Quinn. The Tap faithful are already standing on their seats, and the show is about to begin. So let's go inside.
The tracks, blood on the mind. Brothers and sisters, what a terrible time. Old 97 got in the wrong hole and hit my number 60 there on the pool. La, 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 la. Yeah, that's right, yeah. That really get him kind of going, you know, kind of socially concerned and get up tempo. Yes? Yeah, just a minute. We want to settle one thing.
If you don't mind, the last time you came in here, you told us to cut a 12-song set down to 4 songs.
Don't bite the man's head off.
No.
I've got a rowdy crowd out there and want to see Spinal Tap. I'm just going to tear you apart, lads. You know, I think we should just call it a day.
So you're basically saying that we're free to go.
Spinal Tap? Oh. It was 1967. I was 14. I was with my first girlfriend. It was very special because listen to the flower people who came on the radio. It was a little transistor radio. Nothing was the same after that.
'82's Break Like the Wind tour was Spinal Tap's first full set of public appearances in a decade. Where were they during those lost years? What were they doing? And where were they?
Janine and I settled in Pomona, California. I've been working here for the Parks Department since 1988, I believe. My specialty is soccer training. Mostly 5-year-olds, 4 or 5-year-old girls. It's a soccer clinic, really. We don't even give them ball until about 3 or 4 weeks in. I get a what they call a stipend. Yeah, a stipend is like money, but it's such a small amount that they don't really call it money. They call it a stipend. And I also get a discount whenever I need to have anything inflated. Also been managing some local bands. Very excited about a young trio called Meconium. Getting back to the basics here, back to the real garage band sound. And of course my wife, Janine, has the 2 shops going strong. There's Potato Republic, specialises in itchy Irish clothing. And right next door there's the Drippery, candles, crystals, new age accoutrements. And every Friday night we throw a seance and potluck supper.
Problem. One of my balls is going funny.
I beg your pardon?
My ball.
Oh, the chakra ball,
yeah.
Well, I'm not really sure this needs fixing.
It's
This is
off.
very nice instrument.
No, it's off. Listen.
Sounds all right.
On the left there.
Did you? Oh, it's good for me.
You like
it? Good for you?
Yeah. No, it works.
Well, if it's good for Ginny, I guess there's nothing wrong with it then.
Which
What
way
way
are
are
you
you
facing
facing?
when you use it?
In the morning I'm facing east, I think.
No.
You see, that's going to be a
That's right,
problem.
because at night you've got to face west.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in the valley because west
No,
is...
it doesn't matter.
No,
No,
it doesn't.
really. You could be in the North Pole.
Oh,
Well,
really?
no, you
Just
can't be in the North
nighttime
Pole.
west, and then you do the other thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I often do the other thing in the morning, but
Well, we
there's
all do.
nothing wrong with my ball.
No, not
No,
really,
but
yeah.
it's
That's a
all right.
classic, that one
Is it?
That's a V16.
This is the inventing shed. I do my work. So I get early in the morning, have a cup of tea, and go straight away into the inventing shed. And that's really where my good work is done. So if you come inside, I'll show you what it's like. After Spinal Tap broke up in '82, I came back to England. I thought, I've really got to get down to some serious work because I've always had these ideas in my head. Now, if you go on a picnic with a normal wine glass and put it in your pocket, it will break. So what I did was I figured a way so that you could fold down the sides, you see, like this. The sides fold down like this. And then you put it in your pocket. So, bon vino, is what they say. You pour it in, like this, and the bit that I haven't worked out exactly yet is the rubber hinges haven't come in yet. I've sent away for them. They make them in China.
This is Nilford, where I grew up. This is my dad, Donald Duff Smalls. Say hello, Dad. There he is. He's got to concentrate on driving, I should hope. After the Japanese tour kind of collapsed, came back home to assess my prospects. And before I could really do any deep assessing, Dad had his little hernia problem at the time, didn't you, Dad? Yeah, a bit painful, wasn't it? Yeah. So he had to go into hospital. And he'd always taken me about on his route. We're in his van right now, telephone sanitizing business that he has, called Saniphone. And he'd always taken me about on his route, teaching me the route and the technique. Slowly, I think the realization dawned on people that they could go round to the store, get a bit of toweling and just a spray bottle or something bluish, and really do the same thing for about 1/10 of what we were charging them. In the old days, it was mainly lovely young women who would come to sanitize your telephones, and it may well have been more that the attraction of them tromping into your house every week than the fear of germs, really, that kept the business alive. Good as new. But Dad's one of the few who's still in the business, and I'm very proud of him. Are you proud of me?
Yes.
Yes. But after a summer of sanitizing people's telephones, you really do appreciate rock and roll more than ever.
Let's impress them. be changing. That's the majesty of rock, the mystery of gold, the ticking of the clock, the wailing of the soul, the prisoner in the dark, the digger in the hole. We're in this together and ever.
You know, it's funny how a business does a thing. In the early 80s, I was with Polymer Records. That's the Spinal Tap label. We released everything on Spinal Tap. And I worked the record. I was the promotion man in the Chicago area. I worked the record hard. It was a great record. It was a tough record. It was a great record. Tough record to work, but it was a great record. Smell the glove. But beyond working and promoting, we had a tight relationship. We would hang. We would rock, really. We would rock in the evenings. We would get a limo and we would the things we would. Somehow I got taken off the project. I don't know. I was fired from Polymer, really. They let me go. I don't know why they let me go. Sexual harassment is what they told me. There was no harassment. There was no sexual. There was a cute secretary there, Barbara. I was really just trying to give her some insight into what it takes to be in this business that we call record promotion. It's a tough business. For whatever reason, sexual harassment, whatever, they let me go from Polymer. Here I am, 10 years later. I'm over here in Australia. I'm programming VM over here. You know VM, Video Magic. The video hits all video channel, 24, almost over 22, good 22 hours of programming a day now. We're on all the major. We're in a lot of the. We're in some of the markets over here in Australia, and as executive programmer, I'm not playing the video bitch school. I won't play the Spinal Tap video because I believe it's sexist. Isn't it funny how the business does a flip?
Can you feel the power where you are? I sure can. We'll return shortly.
Volkswagen introduces 3 new cars, each engineered to recharge the human spirit. The Passat V6 Touring Sedan, the V6 Corrado, the new Eurovan. Experience one at your Volkswagen retailer.
Senior year. Thought I knew it all. For tough headaches, I took Tylenol. Today I take Advil. See, Tylenol didn't always get rid of all the pain. Back then, my doctor prescribed some medicine that really helped. The same medicine I can get in non-prescription strength in Advil. For my tough headaches, 2 Advil work better than 2 Tylenol gel caps. These days, when a tough headache starts, I take what works better for me. Advil.
And for a cold, try Advil Cold and Sinus, advanced formula for the cold season.
We'd like to make an unfair comparison. Old El Paso Thick and Chunky Picante versus Pace Picante. Unfair because Old El Paso Thick and Chunky Picante is made from a special bold recipe with an abundance of tomatoes, chilies, onions, and seasonings. Unfair because you can see the difference. Old El Paso's got the taste that runs wild. Pace just runs.
Old El Paso's got the taste that runs wild. Yeah!
Something to drink, sir?
Yeah, make it a Bud Light.
Sorry, we just ran out.
Oh. Excuse me. Bud Light?
Try Flight 261 out of L.A.
Oh, thank you.
If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Do you have a Bud Light?
Yes. Welcome aboard, sir.
Great. Where are we going?
Celebrate New Year's Eve with the only live countdown from all over the West. No more tape delays, no more pre-recordings. but a night of thrilling excitement as the clock strikes 12 from city to city. Broadcasting from 6 satellites, 30 cameras, 7 locations, 4 helicopters, and the Goodyear blimp to bring you the biggest and best New Year's Eve celebration ever. Experience the moment as it happens when Tot celebrates New Year's live. Tonight at 11 here on Channel 4.
What's ahead for the new Oakland A's? Join you Center 4's Pete, Pam, and Gary for a special talk about the 93 A's. A new year, a new team. Friday night after the Orange Bowl.
Worried about my hips. You know, the great thing about living in Pomona is it's only 4.5 hours to Las Vegas by bus. I get to work on my game a bit.
Yeah. Then you come forward, the other knee comes forward. This way you go like this.
Okay. How do I prevent that forward momentum?
Actually, you want that.
You do?
You're going to go down and find the ball anyway, so you might as well just get started early. That's kind of
very good point. Yeah. Save time.
Otherwise, you're stuck here.
Ready?
Straight back now. Really hard. Oh, watch your God!
25 years of Spinal Tap seems like a long time. But David St. Hubbins and Nigel Tufnell go back even further. They grew up together in the lean streets of London's East End.
Number 45, you were number 47? Yeah. It really hasn't changed at all. You see this, that was my window. And the one just to the left, David's, yeah. So I wanted to talk to him. I'd reach out the window with the bent up coat hanger, sort of like check the window like this. And I'd lift up the window and say, what you want? Say, I don't know, what are you doing? He'd say, nothing. You know, we go do it together, you know. In the old days, these were like mansions to us. Well, not really. More like hovels, mansions, but large. But we knew we were poor, though. You know, we knew we were rich people. You know. No, rich people had actual food. My mum used to say, now here's dinner. I'd say, what's this? Remember that? She'd have cotton wool balls on a plate.
Prepared very well. I mean, really. I
well,
mean,
dipped
dipped
in lukewarm water. Yeah. That was a treat. Moistened and then deep fried. And you know, it doesn't hurt you eating cotton wool balls.
When the game has been lost, when the race has all been run, when the storm has left your ship well tossed, ignore the cost, get your stars uncrossed, back at square one. Just begin again. You can always find a way. Just begin again. Ooh, no matter what they say. You see, life is just a wheel. If it's even real, you can rest another day. Ooh, life is just a wheel, and you never say when. Just begin
This telegram received backstage earlier this evening. Dear boys, I so enjoyed singing with you on your recording of the power ballad Just Begin Again. And you know I would be there with you tonight were it not for the fact that I have chosen not to. Love, Cher.
People say enough is enough. And people say you can't undo what's done. People say the road is just too rough. But what do they know? Life is just a show. Go reload your gun. Just begin again. Just begin
Martha Quinn here with Jeff Beck. Jeff, when you and Eric Clapton get together, what do you say about Nigel Tufnell?
We never get together.
I definitely remember when Spinal Tap played our Air Force Base. They may not think they made much of an impression, but they were the topic of conversation for years afterwards. The officers, the enlisted men, their wives, their families, oh, they hated them. As a matter of fact, at one point they were going to test crash an aircraft into the mountainside, and they were going to fly it by remote control, and they needed some dummies to fill the plane. And so they said, let's get Hookstratton to bring in Spinal Tap. Maybe they'll fill the seats. They were joking, of course. It did impact my career, though, I would say. I think I was held back. I turned to religion, and I'm not ashamed of that, after certain incidents. One took place on the firing range. I think, long story short, a bullet came very close to me. I don't think it was intentional. So if you want to know if I remember Spinal Tap, yes and no, I have mixed feelings about it.
Girls like you, no. Here he comes loudly, here he comes deadly, here he comes big as life. There he goes, snaps me, here he goes, cuts me, there he goes like a knife. I got diva fever, she was born to thrill me, diva fever. And it's gonna kill me. And yet I would gladly die screaming in insufferable agony. Yes, I would. If it meant that I could spend those last few moments gazing into her eyes. Nigel Tufnell.
But what about Nigel Tufnell, the man?
I have this group called TFA, Travel for Animals. And what it means is, basically, an animal can't speak, but I can understand what they're saying. So when I look in Trevor's eyes, what I can see he's saying to me is, I wish I could go someplace in the world other than Brinsby, which is where we are now. And so I thought, why can't we form this organisation so that all animals of the world can travel? So this organisation will get them little passports and they can travel freely. If you open it up, there's all the regular information that you would need for a person. But there's Trevor. They say to him, did you bring in any gifts? And he goes like this, which means, Not very many. And sometimes he goes like this, which means none of your bloody business.
Wow, Nigel's still going strong. Let's watch. Louder than I remember. We'll be right back.
We were trying to solve the mystery of beechwood aging. Beechwood aging isn't some huge, mysterious secret. It's a nearly forgotten example of that brewmaster's art. So expensive, so time-consuming that Bud's the only brewer that still does it.
If it's not beechwood aged, it's just not right.
Okay, so how do you make beer if it's not beechwood aged?
Yeah, some things are better left unknown.
The worst is bad-tasting medicine.
Oh, the terrible taste.
Yeah, the taste.
The best, for me, improved Triaminic. Oh, it's an excellent new taste.
She loves it.
Give us your worst, we'll give you our best. Improved Triaminic with all new kid-approved tastes.
He loves it.
Hi, I'm Regis Philbin. You know, I've been suffering with back pain for years. Then I discovered Aspirin. I just rub in Aspirin for hours of relief, right where I hurt. It relieves the pain fast, and it's odor-free. And Aspirin is aspirin-free.
A Spinal Tap Reunion will return.
What will Dame Edna do with Bert, Barry, and Sean?
Dust your bottom with talcum powder.
All new Dame Edna, Saturday at 10, 9 Central.
On NBC.
This week on Saturday Night Live, ring in the new year with Hammer.
The time and too legit to quit on Saturday Night Live.
Good evening from the news center. A flood warning has been issued for the Napa and Russian rivers. They may rise above flood stage on Friday. A New Year's celebration has turned to tragedy in Hong Kong. 20 people were trampled to death by a panicked crowd, and a funeral home in Florida staged a mock funeral today for all who drink and drive over the holidays. More news later.
The Ross After Christmas Clearance. Everything you wanted for Christmas but didn't get is now available at huge savings. The Ross After Christmas Clearance, on now.
I know. You see all of these car and truck companies announcing their end-of-the-year sales, and you think, this is no time to be spending money on a new car. Well, Chevrolet couldn't agree with you more. So for a limited time, you can get a new Chevrolet Orgeo for a great low price. Even better, you won't have to start paying for 3 months. I think that's very nice of Chevrolet. Don't you?
Get a great deal on a new Chevy Orgeo and make no payments till spring.
There's magic at Emporium's New Year's sale and clearance Friday and Saturday. For every $100 in purchases in one day, you get a $10 gift certificate. The New Year's sale at Emporium.
The story of a winning season, Friday at 8:30 on Channel 4.
knock on the dream door. The hellhound from the well of the forgotten. The spinning coin. Head, tail, head, tail, head, tail. The sudden shout, the misremembered voice.
We have returned. The dark years set ablaze with sound fire. The death pony tosses its bloody mane. Shattered sleep and fantasy made flesh. The crows. The crows. We have returned.
When the demon dances, when the kraken wakes, when hill and glen swarm with doom locusts, and all else is emptiness,
we have returned.
We are the children who to fast. We are the dust of a future past. We raise our voices in the night, crying to heaven. And will our voices be heard, or will they break like the wind? Who have stayed too long. We are the end of the endless song. We send our hearts into the night, soaring to heaven. And will our hearts still beat on, or will they break like the wind?
You know, they say when the audience has gone home and the lights have been turned out, the ghosts of past performers who have graced this stage get together and put on a big show.
I know for a fact that because of Spinal Tap, Elizabeth Taylor met Larry Fortensky. Very few people know this. Fortensky was and is a Spinal Tap freak. And one night he was playing, I believe, Sex Farm Woman. Very, very loud. Blasting it out. And Elizabeth, as she likes to be called, could not sleep, so she came next door and banged on the door and said, "Keep that music down, you!" And he opened the door, and their eyes met. You know, I don't know if you know, her eyes are violet. And there was a little bit of chemistry, and within, 20 minutes, she was saying to him, "Are you going to finish that?" It really doesn't matter what I'm doing, whether I'm doing, Shakespeare, or a project featuring Ron Liebman. I still, before every take, will listen to Spinal Tap. Take it in and allow myself to be focused by it.
Yeah!
bomb, trying to raise some hard love, getting at my pitchfork, poking your hay, scratching in your hen house, sniffing at your feed bag, slipping out your back door, leaving my spray. Oh, no, not the most. Working on a sex bomb, holding on your bond door, bothering your livestock, they know what I need. Crashing for hot sweat, working at the 5 pound, running at your bean field, leave my steed.
Working on a sex farm, trying to raise some hard love, strings, oh, dee-da-da-da-dee-da, that kind of thing.
Yeah. If you lived here, you'd be home now, except you can't live here. I do. I'm on the 10th floor of that block right there. This is a brilliant investment idea. Some friends of mine got me into. This is the Docklands. This is the old docks of London, not being used anymore. And they said, well, right, let's pump some new life into it. And they're still working on the pump, I guess, because I bought this flat in 1987. And I thought, right, in the chips, make this investment, stay here a couple of years, let the property just zoom up in value, and sell it off and move out to the big country house that I really have always deserved. They never quite finished it up, couldn't move in. So in 88, I went on for a couple-year tour with this Christian rock band, Lamb's Blood. Went and rode in the States for a couple of years, all through these tents, and played the Monsters of Jesus Festival, very successful. But property values plunged because nobody's living here. You couldn't sell it, trapped here. They said, right, well, Derek, look, here's what we'll do. While we're waiting for that, because they instead started to build a tunnel here, you see, so the access is even worse. They said, we'll put you up, we'll let you rent another flat, which is right over here. So you can see your real flat, but they're working on this one too. So the problem is really that I'm paying for 2 flats in London, and when I come to town, I have to stay in a hotel.
Listen to what the flower people say. Listen, it's getting louder every day. Listen, it's like a bolt out of the blue. Listen, it could be calling next for you, just for you. Our people walk on by. Our people don't you cry. It's not too late. No, 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 it's not too late. No, no. Like a Mozart symphony. Listen, it's something just for you and me. Listen to what the flower people say. Listen, it's getting truer every day. Yes, each and every day.
Spinal Tap, yeah. Well, I don't know. I think I saw them. I know I have a little badge that says something with Spinal Tap, a skull. So I guess I went to their concert. I remember being at the Forum, I think, and it was really, really incredibly loud. And my body, I guess, just reacts badly to loud music, and I fall asleep.
A Spinal Tap Reunion will return.
When your batteries are performing, you're on top of the world. The problem is, you never know when they're about to take a fall. Only Duracell has the copper top battery tester, so you can always be sure your batteries will be riding high. For batteries you know will last, you can't top the copper top.
To me, toothpaste was just a habit, and I bought whatever was on sale. When we were on vacation, I tried the Arm & Hammer Dental Care toothpaste, and I thought it was dynamite. Like the dentist just cleaned my teeth. When I come out of the dentist office, my teeth feel as perfect as they're going to be. And that's the feeling I get every time I brush.
And now, introducing new Arm & Hammer Dental Care Tartar Control Gel. The only tartar control gel with dentist-recommended baking soda and fresh mint taste. For that healthy, fresh from the dentist feeling of clean. Try it.
These are the best weeks to buy at Sears. Save $70 on this Kenmore Quiet Supreme dishwasher with a 3-level wash, nylon-coated racks, and Quiet Supreme sound package. Now at its lowest price ever. Also, get ice and water through the door and save $250 on this huge Kenmore 25 cubic foot refrigerator. It's just $999.99. Not to mention it's 30% more energy efficient than models made just 3 years ago. But hurry, Sears' best weeks to buy end soon.
Now this may bring you to your senses. A responsive all-new 16-valve dual-balance shaft engine is now under the hood of a 4-door family sedan that's priced to relax everyone. A spirited engine that purrs like you know who. And the Elantra from around $9,000 from Hyundai. Cars that make sense.
See your Hyundai dealer now and get a great deal, but hurry, savings time ends soon.
NBC presents Double Crunch Weekend. Jean-Claude Van Damme takes on Martin Short.
I'm gonna break your neck.
Break your neck! When 2 world television premiere movies square off. First, Jean-Claude Van Damme does what he does best in Lionheart, NBC Sunday. Then on Monday, Martin Short teams with Danny Glover.
Don't believe me, I thought it was the stupidest idea I've heard of.
In Pure Luck, Lionheart Sunday, Pure Luck Monday, NBC Double Crunch Weekend.
Gun. The old neighbourhood pub. Formerly the Bun. Before that was called Bun and Puffy. And before that it was the Queen's Lips. That's when we was drinking here, yeah. Teenagers, you know, wasting our paychecks. Used to say, let's go down to Queen's Lips. Yeah, the old Queen's Lips. Before it was the Queen's Lips. When my dad used to go, it was called Restless Cheese. Extremely important site in our lives. There was a plaque here. It said, on this site, on December 14th, 1961, David St. Hubbins and Nigel Tufnell recorded All the Way Home. Yeah. See, it's become sort of an anthem, you know, around here, this area. Well, not all of Squatney, but like those 3 buildings there, it's been their anthem. Obviously, they couldn't afford the upkeep of the people coming in and polishing and buffing it. Go into the studio right here. This was the original door. This was the door. Drum kit was back here. And see, the control booth is over here. No, the drum kit. No, the drums were here. Yeah. The control room was here. That's right. This was the vocal booth. Right. Yeah. Vocal booth was here. We do all your vocals, and it was great. We just, we stand here with our guitars, and they couldn't afford the buffers, So we just used the wall. We stood as close to the wall as possible, recorded through the microphone here, and we'd sing. If we wanted a bit of echo, we'd open the window and bounce it off that wall behind you. Yeah, and we just go, okay, all the way home, we finish, and we walk out as soon as we possibly could. You can imagine it's really the way it was.
This is not my regular office. This is just a temporary situation. I'm waiting for an office to open up in the building, and I'm like very high up on the waiting list. Yeah, I know the guys in Spinal Tap have been a little upset with me about what they feel was a hatchet job done on This is Spinal Tap, But I'm doing pretty well. I did a feature after Spinal Tap was finished. I did Kramer versus Godzilla, which was it didn't work as well as I thought it would. I thought the juxtapositions of the the Sturmendrang of which parent is going to get the child, with Godzilla looming, over all of them, like maybe the Godzilla is going to get the child, and that I thought would be interesting, but it turned out the audience didn't take to it as well as I thought they would.
No band has been more plagued by mishaps throughout the years than have these hardy veterans. So for this very special tour, they took a zero-defects approach to every detail. For their classic song, Stonehenge, Spinal Tap tonight plans to unveil the largest replica of the Stonehenge monument ever presented on a concert stage. It should be amazing.
Stonehenge, where the demons dwell, where the banshees live and they do live well. Stonehenge, where a man's a man and the children dance to the pipes of Pan. Up back and swing, up and down, more left. Stonehenge, it's a magic place where the moon doth rise with my dragon's face. Stonehenge, where the virgins lie and the prayers of devils fill the midnight sky. And you, my love, won't you take my hand? I'll go back in time to that mystic land. With you lost crying and the cats meow. I will take you there. I will show you how. Know how to dance, the little children of Stonehenge, beneath the haunted moon, for fear that daybreak might come too soon. The little children of Stonehenge. And what would they say to us if we were here tonight? Wish you were here.
You've heard about her. Saturday on an all-new Empty Nest. Everyone finally meets Harry's long-lost daughter, Emily.
I live in the garage.
Oh, you poor thing. Patrick's my boyfriend, Emily. You poor thing.
And the stork visits nurses.
I thought that big tummy was just her cheating on her deal on me.
A brand spanking new NBC Comedy Saturday.
Here's where Alka-Seltzer Plus fights tough colds with tough congestion, tough aches,
Tough sore throat.
This is why you need a tough medicine. Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine. The leading cold pill only relieves congestion, but Alka-Seltzer Plus relieves congestion, sore throat, sneezing, body aches. That's tough medicine.
You bet it's tough.
Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine. It's tough medicine. For a cold with a cough, try Alka-Seltzer Plus cold and cough medicine. When you have trouble falling asleep, take the sleeping aid ingredient that's the doctor's choice, the one in Sleepinol. In a survey, 7 out of 10 doctors chose the sleeping aid in Sleepinol. Sleepinol contains the doctor's choice to fall asleep fast.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
They want your land.
Rosanna Arquette.
Not gonna give up my home.
Kieran Culkin.
Sam, something's wrong.
In a Robert Harmon film, Nowhere to Run. Rated R. At theaters January 15th.
When we set out to design the new Geo Prism, the possibilities were endless. Then, step by step, we built a car that's as well thought out as it is well engineered. Once you see the end result, we think you'll agree. It all came together beautifully. Get to know the newest Geo Prism, at your Chevrolet Geo dealers.
An all-new Sunday on NBC. People in foreign countries are trying to steal from your bank account. See who protects the American dollar.
Get out of the car, keep your hands on your head.
Based on actual cases, an all-new Secret Service. Then a powerboat out of control. The mystery of the Circle Saw. And a terrifying twister. Those videos and more. An all-new eyewitness video following Secret Service. NBC Sunday.
Well, I don't know about you, but I am soaked. You know, it's not often we can all be a part of musical history, and tonight is no exception. Well, the crowd is filing out into the cool London air, and the band is probably off somewhere throwing a big party, and I'm sitting here wondering why my co-host, Willard Scott, never showed up. I'm Martha Quinn. Good night.
Beside the railroad track, and I'm waiting for that train to bring her back. She's not on the 519, and I'm gonna know what sorrow means, and I'm gonna cry, cry, cry all the way home. Here comes your bit. All the way home. All the way home. All the way home. All the way home. Said I'm gonna cry, cry, cry all the way home. One more time.